Well, the national hurricane or the national. So there's a hurricane confirmed. The first hurricane of the 2025 season is Aaron. You can laugh at me. Jeff is over there laughing at me because it's like, why am I doing weather here? The storm strengthened to a Category 1 hurricane earlier today with winds packing 75 miles per hour in the northwest direction. It's now a Category 2. It is expected to strengthen to a Category what? I think maybe 3. So we'll continue to watch this, Jeff.
It's an amazing hurricane in terms of structurally how fast it's rapidly picking up intensity. You know, it's a Cat 1, now it's a Cat 2. It's going to be a Cat 3 by morning and a Cat 4 probably by Sunday. So it is just now north and east of Antigua and Barbuda. And before we go any deeper into this, Barbuda is not Barbados. They're two separate islands. And Barbuda is really small. A couple years back, there was a hurricane. I forget which one. The eye was bigger than the actual island. It was crazy, right? So here it is, Category 2. Rapidly becoming a Category 3 overnight. Now, some of you are asking me on Weather Extra if it was going to affect the island of Puerto Rico or if it was going to affect the island of the Dominican Republic. It looks like it will stay north of all of that, but there'll be some indirect problems, we'll call them. Storm surge, some rainfall. Hurricanes are so much more than just wind, and they can cause damage in other ways. Now, what's happening with this track as we go into next week after it hits Cat 4 status? Likely Cat 3 by the time it gets to Bermuda, but look at the track. It's almost over the open ocean the entire time. So at that point, it hasn't made landfall anywhere, but there'll be some indirect problems with this system, not just for areas that are close to it, but even the East Coast where there'll probably be some rip current issues as we go into next week. We'll be tracking Aaron. It'll be national news over the weekend. For us, a tropical feel with the humidity out there and some rainfall. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s. That rain earlier was heavy at times, had some downpours across the Tennessee Valley, all contributed by the amount of humidity we have in the air. Anytime you have a lot of available moisture and you trigger a shower or storm, it pours, and that's exactly what it did. Dogs and cats, meow, meow, woof, woof throughout the day, where some areas picked up over 2-3 inches of rain and other areas did not have anything. Temperatures and heat index for tomorrow, that becomes the main headline going into the weekend. Probably feeling close to heat advisory criteria. 105 is that criteria. We'll be real close to that with mid-90 air temperatures. And we take all the rain, whatever you had this week, whether you think you had enough or didn't have enough, whatever it worked out for you. And we put the rain on the back burner and we focus on the temperatures and the humidity for the weekend. And even into next week, dew point temperatures in the low to mid 70s. So when those air temperatures get stuck in the mid 90s, it brings those heat index values to 105, which is pretty hot and pretty uncomfortable. You just want to stay smart if you're going to be out this weekend. Rainfall east, and now we start to dry out, and the rainfall will not be the issue for the weekend. A little patchy fog may be a problem tomorrow morning. If you're trying to do an early tee time, might have some delays on the course, but it'll dry out fast. Temperatures will take off. It will be at like 90 degrees at noon and into the afternoon, mid 90s. Few forecast models throwing a stray shower or storm for northeast Jackson County. I think most areas, though, will not have to worry about rain, and that's why I've kept it out of the forecast, not just for Saturday, but for Sunday as well. Hot and humid for all the weekend and even into early next week on Monday. Went with a high of 96, and it just keeps on coming as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. Still very hot. The change will come sometime Wednesday night when we get some more scattered showers and storms in here, and that will allow more cloud cover and more rainfall, and that means not as much sunshine, so it just naturally takes the temperatures back into the 80s. But that's a tough stretch starting tomorrow. That is 5 days of intense heat. Maybe not the excessive stuff, but it's just one day after another. When we all start thinking about PSL season in the fall, Mother Nature's got another one up her sleeve.
Exactly. So you cannot prepare. It's just like fake fall, false fall. We've all seen the memes of like the phases, and we're not even there yet. So brace yourself. But you were talking about Barbuda.
Yes.
Barbuda. It is a real island.
It is. It's very small.
It's a real country.
Very small, and it gets swallowed up by hurricanes when they make
We're
direct
laughing.
impact.
Jeff doesn't want to bring it up, but we're laughing behind the scenes because someone wrote him a nasty email and was just like, it's not real, and it is.
Barbudo is Barbados, and you don't know what you're talking about. Go look at an atlas. It's like, okay.
That's why you do the weather. Okay. Thank you. All right.